Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to L Does Boxing. Back with a live stream. You know what I'm saying? We're here to break down these new IBF rankings. They came out, they was posted April the 9th, but they came out today. So we're going to chop it up, you know what I'm saying? See what's going on with them. Do a little screen share. I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get right into it. You know what I'm saying? Another screen share. Trying to get some education up in here, see what's going on with the rankings. All right, there you go. So, like I said, new rankings is out. Just posted. Now, the IBF really don't have too much crazy stuff, with me doing the rankings every month or whatnot. They really don't have nothing too crazy, so I don't expect nothing. What's good, Mark Pinkerton? Salute to you. What's going on with you? So, starting with heavyweight, we know AJ is a unified champion. They're talking about making the fight with Tyson Fury for undisputed, waiting on a fight date, venue, all that good stuff. So it looks like it may happen. We shall see. He don't have a mandatory now. He just fought his mandatory Pulev. He was supposed to they ordered Charles Martin versus Michael Hunter, but Charles Martin pulled out, citing an injury, or maybe he got a bigger fight on deck. You never know. So they ordered Michael Hunter versus Philip Herkovich, and that fight, that purse bid and negotiations been at a stalemate. And it supposed to went down, I think, April the 6th, but then they rescheduled it for April the 20th. So hopefully we'll hear something soon. These guys negotiating, and I guess somebody's trying to win a purse bid, so we'll see. So that's Michael Hunter versus Philip Herkovich. Usyk is going down WBO route, so I see he's number 3, but he probably ain't gonna do nothing. Parker is fighting Shazor May the 1st, which is a pretty decent fight, coming off the victory in February against Junior Fa. You got Jake Cabiel. He's been kind of inactive. His last fight was July last year. He fought on ESPN Plus, and he got a co-promoter deal with Top Rank. So we'll see what he got going on. Tony Yoka might be back in the ring pretty soon. He's with Top Rank too. You know what I'm saying? He had a good fight. I think it was the beginning of March 5th. He stopped the guy in the 12th round. So he been looking pretty good. Luis Ortiz, he should be back in like June or July. Not sure he gonna fight. Pulev, I don't know if he's gonna retire or what. Joe Joyce, number 11. He going down WO route. Dempsey McKean from Australia. All the Wallens up in the rankings. Okay, so you probably see all the Waller back in versus a PBC guy probably, since he's been fighting he has last couple of fights on Showtime. So we'll see what happens with Aldo. He put on a good performance against Brazil. He may be a good fight for Dylan White coming over to United States. He's trying to fight in August, so that's a good fight. Then you got James Lee up in there, coming off that tough draw against Jerry Forrest, and then Huey Fury. So Huey Fury should have some coming up. I think I heard something like May 29th. So we'll see. He said Wallen putting in a solid resume together. Yeah, we can keep it going, man. He's a good boxer, good southpaw boxer. Not the biggest puncher, but I like him. All right, so definitely we're waiting to see what's gonna happen with this undisputed. You know what I'm saying? A big fight. You know what I'm saying? So we need that as boxing fans. Cruiserweight, you got Marius Breeders. Now he's been talking about moving up to heavyweight. I want to see him versus Lawrence Okoli. That's a good fight. Or against any the other champions. You got a mandatory coming up. I forgot which one. I know it's number 4. He's about to fight Kachnitsky. He about to fight for Eliminator. I forgot who he's fighting, but it's coming up. Tommy McCarthy's in there. That's a Matchroom guy. Who else? Cruiserweight, the stepchild, but they got some decent names. Kevin Lorena down here, I recognize him. Lagoni, I remember him. He McCarthy beat him. You got CBS. Chris Smith had a nice little victory. Tashenko just lost, and number 15, Krudashev, the Russian Hammer, he about to fight for the Bridgerweight silver title. So I don't know. He's not gonna do nothing in the IBF rankings. But I would like to see some unification in cruiserweight. Breeders versus Makabu, Breeders versus Okoli versus Makabu, or Galen Marion, the WA champion. So all those guys can miss a match. Okay, light heavyweight. So light heavyweight guy boosting the arm because it's been kind of dormant, before March. We got Arthur Beterbiev came back defending his two titles. He's a unified champion, IBF and WBC. Um, he still got the mandatory Mean Fei Long, but he's probably going to fight Joe Smith for the three belt titles. We seen Joe Smith and Vlasov last week, pretty good fight. Um, then we're gonna see Dimitri Bivol. He coming back May 1st, but Waxley coming back May 15th. So light heavyweight is starting to open up a little bit, and I think it'd be a pretty good division once these guys start fighting. Um, so I spoke on Main Fei Long. Now he's the mandatory. He actually beat Adam Dennis, Brother Beef's last opponent, to become mandatory. But I guess he having some travel issues. But they still got him at number 1, so I guess they still recognizing that. So hopefully he get his title shot if he can make it over here. I know he just left his promoter, Rock Nation, so maybe that's a holdup. But Waxy coming back. Then he got high ranking coming back. May 15th. I'm not sure on his opponent though. I'm not sure where route he going at because he do have a high ranking at WBA too. So we'll see. So he right there. He close to a world title shot. Lyndon Arthur, pretty good, coming off a pretty good victory over um, Anthony Yard. You got Zerto up in there. He's coming back pretty soon. We're talking about him fighting Sullivan Barrera. Richard Bolanix, number 6. Maybe that's an opponent for Waxy. You never know. Craig Richards, he's fighting Dimitri Bivol May 1st. You got Badu Jack down there. Got a couple of guys from France and Germany. Anthony Yard right there. This kid right here from Australia, Ferris Chevalier, he had an upset victory over Blake Capolero. Not I think that was last month. So yeah. So light heavyweight, yeah, man, he can get popping, man. Um Marcus Brown is coming back. I believe is April the 20th on FS1. So stay tuned for that. So we'll see. All right, moving on. We got super middleweight. So Caleb Plant is the champion, IBF champion. He's looking to hold on to the lottery ticket to fight Canelo. If Canelo beat Billy Joe, which I think he's gonna beat Billy Joe and fight him in September. So he's gonna be, on the shelf until then. Now, this weekend, he about to get another mandatory. Number 3, Evgeny Shevchenko. He's fighting the number 4 guy, Adios your boss Nelly. That's a pretty decent fight. Both guys are 15-0. Adios is a bigger puncher, more aggressive fighter. Shevchenko is more of a boxer, technician type of fighter. They fighting in Germany this weekend. So yeah, that should be a decent fight, and the winner become the mandatory for Caleb Plant. So if something don't go right, you know what I'm saying, the negotiations don't go right with Canelo, which it's a lot of people doubting Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? If something don't happen, he's gonna fight his mandatory. So stay tuned. Number 5, you got Jose Uzcategui, former world champion. Now he had a fight in Mexico a couple weeks ago, kind of a off the radar type of fight. I mean, he didn't really look too good to me. He won by stoppage, but he didn't look too good to me. You tell he lost a step, but he jumped up to number 5, so that tells you something. Maybe he got a fight in the works. You know what I'm saying? Um, Danny Jacobs, you think he might fight Danny Jacobs? I don't know. Vladimir Shishkin been moving up real nice. He's kind of like he's about like a French contender. He's just crossing over from a prospect. He's a pretty good guy, but I think he's around like 29, 30. So it might be time to get a move on. Got Truax still in there. I'm thinking Anthony Durrell versus Uzcategui. Hey, that's payback. That's some family payback right there. Uzcategui put them hands on his big brother Andre. So maybe that's a fight. I mean, that's a high ass ranking to jump. You know what I'm saying? You got Scardina. He fights on the zone, Italy. Carlos Gongora fighting this weekend versus Chris Pearson. That's on the Andre undercard versus Leon Williams. So he scored a nice knockout uppercut at the final round against Ali Akhmadev. That was a good fight. And that was a good knockout victory. Zach Parker, number 12, he the WO mandatory. He got a lottery ticket, per se, because Canelo is fighting mandatories now. And he's a WO mandatory, so maybe, you know what I'm saying? Got the Russian guy, Asylum Beck, Alantez Fox, number 14. Now, Alantez Fox, former middleweight contender, lost to Len Williams, but his last couple of fights, he been like a replacement fighter. When Benavidez he fought last August against the kid Romo Angulo. He was the replacement guy, and then he was a replacement guy for Plant and Truex. So maybe he might get a fight. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he fight Uz Katagi. Maybe he fight Anthony Durrell. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Just throwing something out there. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. Moving on to middleweight. So Triple G is the IBF champion. You know what I'm saying? He won the vacant title against actually he won it against Derenchenko, and he defended against the mandatory Zella Merla. Been inactive, been some talks about him fighting Munguia and Murata and all that good stuff, but I don't know. He just turned 39, so we'll see what's next for him. Now, the IBF order a mandatory final eliminator for Triple G. Number 3, Patrick Wojcicki from Germany. I think he's from Poland too. I think he was born in Poland. So number 3 versus number 6, Patrice Benoit. Benoit just had a victory on the Oscar Rivas card in I think it was March 16th. So they supposed to fight for the final eliminator. So the IBF, a lot of their their mandatories, it's like a head scratcher. And then a lot of the mandatories be poor. Last weekend we seen a good mandatory in Cajas versus Rodriguez. Rodriguez was a good mandatory, so hopefully they keep this trend. But the middleweight division is down right now because the top guys not fighting each other. But you can make some decent fights. Like number 9, Zanabek, I like him. He's a top ranked fighter. All these other guys in between, like I think Zanabek beat all of them. So you see these rankings, it's really not that good. Real talk. Kanat Islam, right here, he's from Kazakhstan. He's been a career 54 pounder, so it look like he's moving. Well, no, he's been at 160 for a minute. So we'll see. Maybe Triple G fight him in Kazakhstan. Make a big fight in Kazakhstan. You never know. We never know, but we'll see. Division definitely got to step up. We got Andre this weekend, the WO champion. Charlo supposed to come back June 12th against Montiel. They should be fighting. You know what I'm saying? Munguia is fighting next week against Demetrius Ballard. You know, he was supposed to fight Selecki. Selecki pulled out. So if these guys fight each other, you can bring back. This is a glamour division, middleweight. So hopefully it get back to where it used to be. 154. This is the best division in boxing. That shit is hella deep. It's a lot of sharks in the water. Jamel Charlo is a unified champion. He got the 3 belts. It's looking like he's going to fight Castano for undisputed. That's a good fight. June, July. So stay tuned for that. That's a big fight. He got an IBF mandatory background. Matazalev. Y'all know how it is with these names. But he a decent fighter. He been mandatory. He was mandatory for J Rock before when J Rock signed the fight Rosario. He was a mandatory then, and so he fought on the Charlos undercard. So they at least acknowledging him because they wouldn't put him on the card. He's with Kathy Duva. He don't really bring no clout to the table, but they gave him a bone and allowed him to fight. And he was a replacement guy. Jack Koke, he won a IBF eliminator for the number 2 spot against Abaz Barut. That's the number 12 guy. That was a good fight. So I was thinking about Tim Tszyu fighting Koke. But Tim Tszyu is number 1 in the WBO, so he pretty sure he's going down that route. But that's a good fight though, to me, for him to wait, because he got to wait for undisputed anyway. Tim Zoo got the name cachet. He can probably get somebody down to come to Australia to fight him if he throw the bag at him. He said, Boog, you think Charlo could drop his belt and become mandatory at 68? He could do that. He could do that. But the thing is, Zach Parker the mandatory though. That's gonna be the issue. Zach Parker already won the eliminator for that. So I mean, in theory, he could do that. We'll see. But I think my man got that locked up. Pretty much got it locked up. Zach Parker. He probably been mandatory for going up probably over a year now. So yeah, but anything's possible though. You know that. But I would say Zach Parker got that on lock. All right, where we at? Okay, I like this ranking right here. Tim Zoo, Jerry Hurd, number 4. Ted Cheeseman moved up after he had a nice victory though. Austin Trout, he trying to campaign at welterweight, but he still got him number 6. Charles Conwell, he's supposed to fought a couple weeks ago, but he hurt his hand, so hopefully he'll be back. Brandon Adams, Conwell versus Brandon Adams will be a good fight down the line this year sometime on Ring City. That'd be a good fight. This kid right here, I think I see him fighting in Germany. I think he's a stablemate with Koke. You got Rosario. Rosario is fighting Lubin. That's a WBC eliminator. J Rock, haven't seen him since he got stopped. So hopefully he can come back, do some things. Abbas Baru. Troy Williamson got a good fight coming up April the 30th. That's BT Sport. Anthony Fowler been looking good lately. Magomed Karbanov, he's fighting Liam Smith. So that's a good fight right there. So 154 is crazy, bro. Got some sharks. Ricky E245, what's good, bro? Salute to you. What's going on with you? All right, back to welterweight. So Earl Spencer, unified champion. He's fighting Ugas in July. That's pretty much set. His IBF mandatory Quadratilo Akadurov. He fought on Benavidez undercard off TV. So he got the 8th round stoppage. So he kept his mandatory spot. Sean Porter won an eliminator against Formella. So he's right there. I'm not sure what he's gonna do. Maybe Bud, maybe. I don't know. Coco the Don in the building. What's good, bro? Salute to you. Salute. Appreciate you coming through. So you see Lipinets number 3. Like I said earlier, these rankings was posted April the 9th. So of course we all seen Boots already beat Lipinets. So I expect to see Boots number 3. And that put him in a great spot. So I'm gonna talk like he is number 3. Now what I can see happening, I can see him fighting Quadratilo for the IBF interim. Remember, they was about to make Quadratilo versus Lipinets for the IBF interim, and that gives Spence another leeway. He talking about he wanna be undisputed, so maybe they can get him that. Porter already said he's not interested in fighting Boots, so maybe they make Cassio Clayton versus Boots for eliminator. You know what I'm saying? You never know. So he got like Boots when he get in that spot. He's basically gonna be guaranteed a title shot. IBF ain't like the rest of them. Once you become mandatory, you're gonna get your title shot. That's what it is. So, we shall see though. Cassio Clay mentioned him. David Avanesian, he may fight Conor Ben. You see Conor Ben down at number 14. Well, this came out before his fight, so he might move up. But Avanesian had a good knockout victory. Keita Abara, he's up in there. Ivan Golop, he supposed to fight Charles Conwell. Daniel Elalusinov, he's still in the mix. You can see him in a good fight coming up. You see Boots, Rashidi Ellis. Hopefully he can get back in the ring, man. His career just at a stalemate, and he ain't getting promoted right. But it is what it is. Number 11, Karen. Damn, that's a crazy last name. But he's fighting this weekend. He's fighting on that Adios Shevchenko undercard. Him, his name Amir Kanyan. That's crazy. You got Alice Rocha. I heard him. He might fight Virgil Ortiz. You see Virgil Ortiz popping in number 15? Ha, look at that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I don't know how they be doing these rankings, bro. Because Virgil Ortiz is probably better than everybody on this list, except for, you know what I'm saying? He should be at least 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But you see, he cracked in the top 15. So don't be surprised if he, you know, move up the rankings too. So we'll see. Okay, junior welterweight, 140. We know we got undisputed coming, so shit tied up. So this ascension body, where you want to position yourself just in case one of the champion, if the champion vacates and move up or something like that. Now the winner between Taylor Ramirez has to fight Jack Callerall. They had to fight Jack Callerall, the WBO champion. So they at least have one more fight, and after that, you know they gone. They gone. I can't see them staying at 140 for too much longer. And honestly, they might not even stay to fight Jack Callerall. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not really a big time fight. If they got a chance to move up to welterweight, get a big money fight with Bud or any other of the welterweights, then I think they'll do that. So we'll see. But the IBF has ordered a couple of eliminators to fill the number 1, number 2 spots, which is basically vacant on all of them, except for a few divisions. So you got so you see Leon Paro, he's number 3. He's not in there. They didn't order him. It got a chef, which I'm high on. He got some legal issues. They didn't order him. So for the number 1 spot, they ordered Jeremiah Ponce versus that's number 5 versus Lewis Riston. They're supposed to fight sometime in June. Decent scrap. Then they ordered 7 versus number 8, which is man. This is gonna be a good ass fight. Number fireworks. Sabrivio Matisse versus Bakhtir Juklabayev. Yeah, that's gonna be a crazy fight. That's supposed to go down May the hold on, let me get it right. May 29th, Donaire versus Ubali on Showtime. So Showtime about to release their schedule. About to be some good fights. So yes, sir. But that's a crazy fight right there. Matisse versus Bakhtir. That's a good fight. Regis is fighting this weekend versus Red Catch on Triller. So get your stream team ready. Not just joking. But yeah, I mean, he should win that fight. Andy, I remember he got stopped in the first round by Javier Molina. He's at number 10. Andy. No, that's not him. This is the stablemate. Wrong Japanese fighter. My bad. He's a stablemate of Inoue. You know what I'm saying? You got Gabriel Venezuela, Brandon Lee. Okay, Brandon Lee is number 12. Okay. Come out that big knockout victory. Okay. Okay. That's what's up. Good to see him in the rankings. Gayasov, he's good. He had a nice performance in that Uzbekistan card. Pedro Nalian, he beat Sabrina Matisse. And Clea Selton, he's up in there. So yeah, bro. They got positioned themselves. You know what I'm saying? They might get them a vacant title shot. All right. Lightweight, 135, Teofimo Lopez, IBF champion, WBA, WO. He's gonna fight his IBF mandatory George Kambosos. They're looking like June 5th. And that can be a fun fight too, because Kambosos is gonna come to fight, and Teofimo is a natural counter puncher, counter power puncher. You know what I'm saying? Big time puncher. And that should be a fun fight. Isaac Cruz, he won eliminated in the IBF and the WBA, so he's in good position. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Gustavos Limon, he's a big puncher from Argentina. They got Lee Selby up in there. Vasil Lomachenko, he's fighting Nakatani at number 10, but they going down the WBO route. Dennis Brenachek from Ukraine, he got the crazy ring interests. That man will take go, decent little fighter. Jacob Ning, right there, Australia. You got Zor Adelev. He had a good fight recently. Nakatani Rivera, that's a good fighter. He's on PBC. Richard Comey. They're talking about Richard Comey fighting Verdejo. That's a good fight. But that's a man. I wouldn't put Verdejo in that fight with Comey. You know, Comey is a killer. But Comey up in there, former world champion James Tennyson. I'm hearing James Tennyson gonna fight Ricky Burns. What's his name? Samadov. He's rounding out the top 15 and Yoshino. So yeah, 135 can be the best, the hottest division if the guys fight each other. You know what I'm saying? Got some good young talent. Tank, well, he's moving up to 140. You got Devin Haney fighting Linares. You got um, Ryan Garcia about to fight Fortuna. So yeah. That's what's up. All right, 130. This is another good division. The vacant title. So Rachmanov, who fought JoJo for the title, he was a mandatory, and it was scored a draw, and the belt became vacant because JoJo missed weight. The IBF ordered Rachmanov versus Ogawa, number 1 versus number 3. Y'all remember Ogawa test? He fought Tevin Farmer, and he tested positive. They said they gave him the victory, but then he tested positive. That's the same guy. He worked his way back up. So that'd be a decent fight though. That fight supposed to got ordered and purse bid, but I guess they got a deal or something. So we'll see. Martin J. Ward, he's fighting. So 4 versus 5 is fighting for the number 2 spot. Martin Ward, that's an Eddie Hearn fighter. You might see this fight on the on one of his shows. So Martin Ward versus Azinga Fazili, who fought Rachmanov. Rachmanov beat him to become mandatory. That's a good fight. Fazili can fight. He can punch. JoJo up in there. I think JoJo gonna fight Roger Gutierrez next. Zephyr Barrett. I thought he lost his last fight. I thought Kiko beat him. But it is what it is. That's an Eddie Hearn fighter. Tevin Farmer up in there. He gotta get in the mix. I heard about Tevin Farmer moving up to 35. I don't know. They still got him right here. Zanani, Francois, Joe Cordina. That's one of my favorite UK fighters right there. Abraham Nova. You got Shiro. This kid right here with the long name, he fought a couple weeks ago. He looked pretty good. Okay. Now we're at featherweight. So we got a vacant title there. Kid Galahad versus James Dickinson. That's part 2. They're gonna fight on Canelo, Billy Joe undercard. Now they put this fight on the undercard because they're gonna start the Canelo Billy Joe fight kind of early to appease the UK fans. So it makes sense to put some UK fighters on the undercard. So that's why you might see a handful of UK fighters on this undercard on Canelo versus Billy Joe. So don't be surprised when you see all these UK fighters. But that's a good fight. The first fight, Kid Galahad stopped him late, but it was a pretty good fight. 2 southpaws, but Galahad can switch back and forth. Mauricio Lara, number 4, he stopped Josh Warrington. Big time knock. That was a big time upset. Mark Maceo, he just fought last weekend off TV. He got a 4th round TKO, so he's right there. He's PBC, signed with Manny Pacquiao Promotions. Gago, I think he's working with Eddie Hearn. Spain, the zone. You know what I'm saying? They got cars out there. Jarvis, you got Lopez Vargas, Michael Conlon. But Michael Conlon moved down to 122. Or rather, let me see. Oh, yeah, okay. Isaac Lowe right there. Jordan Gill, some UK fighters. Ryan Walsh, another UK fighter. Okay. But we'll see, though. We know we got Gary Russell and Ray Vargas coming up for the WBC title. Kanzu, I haven't seen him in a minute. Damn, he been out the ring for a long ass time. Damn. So hopefully he can get a fight. He can get a fight coming up. Who else? We got Navarrete versus Christopher Diaz for the WO title. That's April 24th. That's a good fight. Good fight. So WAIBF. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. All right. So 122. I like this division. Starting to come up. The MJ just defended his unified title, WA IBF versus Ryo Osawa, who dropped down to number 8. He right here. So, but the WA ordered him to fight Ronnie Rios. That's a good fight, bro. I like that. I like that fight. What's up, Neutral Natural? Salute. Salute to you. Just going down these rankings. Salute. All right, so you got so let me see. So MJ versus Ryan Rios, that should be coming up. The Japanese kid, Rocky. I don't know, I can't pronounce it. You got Marlon Taples. So let me see. Marlon Taples with PBC. Castro's with Top Rank. They go Danny Ramon, former world champion, unified champion. I can see Danny Ramon versus Marlon Taples coming up. We never know. Thomas Ward right there. Mike Plania, haven't seen him in a minute. Gamal U5, Brad Foster, Albert. Okay. 122 is crazy. We got WO champion Steve Fulton. They just announced Figueroa. Luis Neri versus Brandon Figueroa. That's May 15th. That's a good fight right there. Real big fight. Risa Lim should be back pretty soon. I talked about Ronnie Rios and MJ. Who else? They got Carlos Castro is a good fighter. So yeah, 122. It's all right. All right, bantamweight. Anyway, is gonna fight his IBF mandatory. Michael Desmarinas. That's June 19th. Anyways, unified champion in WA IBF. Lee McGregor's up there, so he one fight away from he should be his next fight should be a title eliminator. The Paul Butler fight be real good for him. That'd be a good fight. Joshua Greer, maybe Joshua Greer slide in that. You know what I'm saying? Top rank. Lee McGregor, I think he's with MTK. So they had worked together before. So we'll see. What else? Okay. Popov. Anyway, this is Gary Antonio Russell, number 9. Okay. Jason Maloney. Palette. Okay. Rashid Warren up in there. So we'll see, man. Bantamweight. So Casemiro and Rigo is in talks to fight. That's a good fight. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. 115. We saying Jerwan Cajas. He's the IBF champion. He fought his IBF mandatory. Jonathan Rodriguez, which was the best fight of the night. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good one. I want to see Cajas unified, bro. He made 9 title defenses already. Haven't unified once. And he got a hot division. Estrada, Chocolatito, they're gonna run it back. And then Sorb Ramazai and Quadra's gonna run it back. Got Oka. He up in there. Who else? Tanaka, he's still gonna be a player. So yeah, even this Rodriguez kid that fought in Cajas, he can come back again. So we'll see. Let me see what they got in their rankings. Francisco Rodriguez, Sonny Edwards. Sonny Edwards about to fight the IBF champion 112, Franklin Gonzalez. So 112, you got Maruti Mathalang. He's been champion forever, bro. I think his last loss was to Nonito Donaire in 2008. Older guy, you know what I'm saying? He's fighting Sonny Edwards. And that's a tricky fight for him. And Sonny Edwards is a tough fighter to fight, you know what I'm saying? Real slick, got a lot of movement, defensive oriented, you know what I'm saying? Like he can steal some crumbs and win that title. So yeah. Jason Muhammad Wasim. I thought Wasim actually beat Thing for that vacant title. That was on the Pacquiao what's his name? Matisse. That was on Pacquiao Matisse undercard. You know what I'm saying? A couple years ago. So they got a title eliminator coming up May 15th, which is a good fight. Number 5, Ricardo Sandoval. He's from California. He's a good fighter. He gonna face Jay Harris, which I'm high on. He's nice. Jay Harris is nice. He gave JC Martinez hell when they fought. last year. That was a good fight. So Jay Harris versus Ricardo Sandoval. That's a good fight. That's May 15th. I think that might be on ESPN Plus. So yes, sir. That's a good fight. All right, flyweight. So we got some news in junior flyweight. Excuse me. So the WBO champion Elwin Soto just signed with Eddie Hearn. He was with Golden Boy, and they was trying to make Soto versus Alvarado, who is the IBF champion, coming off that nice victory in January over DJ Creel. That would be a good fight. But since he went with Eddie, maybe he gonna fight the Matchroom signed WA champion Kawaguchi, who just fought, you know what I'm saying, in March. So that's a good unification to do that. But Alvarado is a good fighter. Good, you know what I'm saying, come forward, strong, aggressive guy. But still, he can fight the WC champion who fight next week. What's his name? Kenshiro. He's a WC champion. He's nice. So Alvarado deserve a title. I mean, a unification. He's a good fighter. So he's gonna be tough to beat too because he's so strong. He don't look like a junior flyweight. He look like a he look like a damn a featherweight. He's a big guy. All right. So rounding it off, you got 105 pounds, newly crowned champion Pedro Tudoran. He took the title. Um, so no, actually, he lost it. Man, they didn't fix this. He lost that title to the number 3 guy, Rene Quato. He lost to him. So it's crazy how they do that shit. But yeah, this division in unifications, man, for sure. These little guys can fight. It's just nobody really talk about them because they not. There's no big fights. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Scott 70? What's good, bro? I mean, Alice S in the building. What's good with you? Yes, sir. So that's it, man. It really won't nothing too crazy. Uh, like I said, the IBF is pretty strict. They ain't really doing nothing crazy. I seen a few jump. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Which one caught my eye the most? I like Brandon Lee. Brandon Lee just hopped into the rankings. That's what's up. That's what's up. They got to fix this boots. Boots need to be number 3. Put Lipinets. They can just trade places or take Lipinets out. However you want to do it. They got to fix that. Oh yeah, it was Katagi. He came in out of nowhere. So maybe he got something lined up. So that's just, that's how I do my matchmakings too. If I look at the rankings, I see, oh shit, he just popped into the rankings out the blue. He must got something coming up. Maybe he got a title eliminator coming up. We got number 3 versus number 4 for the number 1 spot. Maybe he gonna fight Darrell for the. That's how I be coming up with stuff and make educated guesses. So we'll see though. But we know how the IBF rankings. IBF, so they know the 4 standing by their rules and they're gonna, enforce their mandatory. So we know that, what I'm saying, that's a good thing. They really don't go against they don't go against their self. You feel me? What's good, bro? Roger Broadnight's in the building. Salute, bro. What's going on with you? So those are pluses about the IBF. They're gonna stand on their square with their rules and stuff like that. The downside, you'll see some crazy rankings or you'll see some crazy mandatories. Like they probably have the worst mandatories. But if you fight your way up, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna reward you. So I think they're the best sanctioned body, honestly. They can fix the rankings and shit 1 through 15, and they always have the number 1, number 2 spot vacant. Like I think they should fix that. But I mean, it's between them and the WBO. Those are 2 best. Because the other 2, the WBA, that shit's like free for all. And WBC, although they have the best rankings 1 through 15, they just you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Yeah. So reason why I think because these rankings was posted April the 9th. They didn't come out to, so I seen them this morning. So that's why it's like that. But definitely, yeah, for sure. Boots should be number 3. Lipinets, they can switch spots. That's cool. Um, but if that, that's good for Boots. I think Boots he'll be one step closer to get a mandatory because he's not gonna get the top guys until he get a mandatory. They're not just gonna, give him an opportunity. He gonna have to kind of force his way in the door. So, and he looked damn good last week. So that's what's up. So, man, I want to thank you guys for coming through, man. Appreciate that, coming through, just dropping some knowledge and some awareness about these rankings. I'm gonna continue to do that. I got a video coming. I got another live stream coming up tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk about this week fights and break it down, all that good stuff, like I always do. You know what I'm saying? If anything else pop out, any news or something like that, I'll be sure to talk about it. But once again, thank you guys for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys keep coming back, checking out the content. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. And with that, I'm gone.